Some apparent underlying themes include the author's feelings towards Elon Musk and environmental issues. Musk is mentioned several times throughout the piece, using language that creates a feeling of disapproval and irresponsibility. He is criticized for his stunts, and his company's moral code is thrown into question as well. There is also an underlying feeling of frustration, particularly when it came to discussing how environmental concerns are currently being handled. Barmel thinks the money that is being invested in the Mars campaign would be better off put into renewable energy to make the planet more well protected against asteroid collisions or addressing climate change. He does not address the argument of both of these projects being possible. For this paragraph, I worked a lot on simplifying. I tend to use overcomplicated language and unnecessary words a lot, so I tried to really cut down on a lot of that in this paragraph. So for the first sentence, I took out apparent for some apparent underlying themes and left it just some underlying themes. And then I took out irresponsibility when describing Elon Musk because I didn't think it was quite the right word, and disapproval puts the meaning across well enough to just leave it at that. I also took out the word currently later in the piece, like current, how environmental concerns are currently being handled, because that was also unnecessary. And then the end of the paragraph needed revised a lot. There was a lot of unnecessary words and language. So I said, for the second to last sentence, I said, Barmel believes the money that is being invested in the Mars campaign would be more useful in projects benefiting our planet. That cuts down on a lot of the wordiness and confusion. And then for the next one, my conclusion is very simple and contains all of my major points, but it could definitely use a lot of work. It says, Zehan Barmel is a credible source and presents a strong argument in this article. However, his use of tone, lack of opposing arguments, and contradictory opinions take away from the overall persuasiveness of the piece. First, I was thinking about a transition sentence either at the beginning of this paragraph or the end of the paragraph before it. The one before it discusses how Barmel makes all of his lists and appears to have all the solutions to the problems he brings up. I was also wondering if I should include specific examples of my points that I had discussed in the rest of my paper, like the paragraph I edited about tone and underlying themes. For the last sentence, I think it could wrap up the paper, but I'm not sure if it's enough to tie up everything. So any suggestions or comments would be appreciated. Thank you.